concerned that I was going down a path. I wasn't even drinking or smoking. I was not doing well. And that scared them as, people who work in the fields that they work in.
So how did that go? Like, how did it start? How
It
did it
was,
go down?
so I snuck
Did you
out of
get caught once?
it did what?
Did you get, was there
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah.
So I had been sneaking out of the house for years. I had just finally gotten caught, but I was at a point where I was like, I wanted to get caught because I was just not in a good place, and I felt like, um, you know, I felt like my mental health was deteriorating, and I was just going down a path. And my parents were dealing with other shit at the time, running a campaign, So I was at a point where I didn't care if I got caught, and I did get caught. My parents took me out of school and then found a place to send me in Utah. So
And wait, how bad was that? Was that a knockdown, drag out fight?
it was, no, because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know the type of place that I would be going. So in my mind, I heard like boarding school and I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll at least be away from my parents and, maybe it'll be better for me. But I didn't realize like the environment I was going into, the people was going to be around. And, like I was, there's kids there with serious issue, like I had it, we all have issues, but like they had seen some shit. They had, done drugs at 13 and addicted to, just horrible things, like
Wait, did
horrible.
you, when you got there, did you go, at what point did you stop blaming your parents?
Oh, well, I never really blamed. I don't think I didn't, so I didn't really, I blamed them for not realizing where they sent me, kind of. Like for a while, I don't think they understood like the type of place they were sending me to.
Have you talked to them since about that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We were obvious, we've worked through it. And they even mentioned now, like, that in retrospect, I probably didn't belong there. I don't think any kid really does, but
Yeah.
because I just don't think that that's the right answer for kids who are going through problem, is to send them off for other kids to essentially, because the people who were in charge of us weren't much older than us.
Really?
And they were all Mormon. And so, yeah, I mean, it was like, Paris Hilton got sent to a school right up the road from where I went, and she's working trying to get them all like shut down because there's a lot of like horrible things that happen at these facilities.
So wait, did you, when you got there?
When I got there, I didn't realize until after my parents dropped me off. Now, some kids get like basically kidnapped in the middle of the night by like escorts will come in. Like your parents can either drop you off or they can have like two big security dudes come in and take you out of your bed at night and then take you to the place. Or I heard, um I knew a kid whose parents had lied to them and told them that they were going on a ski trip to Utah and then dropped them off at this school. So,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
So,
Adam Egan had something similar to
yeah,
happen
I
to
think
him.
he went somewhere else. Like I don't think his was in Utah, but there's a lot of my generation and a lot of kids who have gone through this school system, uh, and it's not, like, in my opinion, the best place for kids.
And so they drop you off, and then at what point do you realize I need to, like, hey guys, I'm gonna leave, and they're like, you're not going fucking
Yeah, it
anywhere.
was right away, pretty much. As soon as your parents leave, you're not allowed to have shoes. You have to earn shoes. You can't call anyone. You have to earn phone calls. You have to get to a certain point in your program where you earn any kind of communication. Like if you write letters, they read all your letters out. They read all the letters sent to you. You're only allowed to communicate with pre-approved people. You have no access to phone. There's no internet. You basically have to work the program until.
So wait, you get there and they take your shoes away?
Yeah, you're not allowed to have shoes. You're not allowed outside because they have evaluations, I think, every 2 weeks to see if you're moving up in the program or if they're going to keep you where you are. So
Do
you
you
have to
cheat or
earn.
do you have to do it?
You can't not cheat. Like, because you're always being watched. So like you have to do everything they say. So and if you don't, you get a consequence. And consequences are either a half hour of calisthenics, a half hour, which is intense working out,
Yeah.
a half hour of homework, or a half hour of cleaning the bathrooms. So,
Do you get to pick?
you sometimes get to pick. One time I got 100 consequences. Yeah, I had to work off 100. It took me a couple weeks.
Wait, how?
Um, I got I got because so my parents came to visit me and I used my sister's cell phone to check my voicemails because a lot of my friends didn't know what happened to me because I just disappeared from school one day. And so I was like, I wonder if anyone's worried or if anyone's wondering about me. So I used my sister's cell phone to check my voicemail and she caught me and narked on me to
Your
my parents.
sister caught you?
Yeah. And
Younger
she,
sister or older
yeah,
sister?
my younger sister. She narked on me. So I ended up, they told my parents, she told my parents told the school that I like broke a rule on, you know, a family visit and they gave me 100 consequences.
And so what, did you just get in great shape or did
I
you just
just,
tuck in?
I was like, I'm just going to do like homework. I didn't want to clean the bathrooms because you had to clean out the tampon boxes. And it's like,
Yeah.
that is disgusting to me.
It's
I would rather
disgusting to
eat
everybody.
sushi off of Zach's asshole
Yeah.
than fucking clean a tampon box. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I mean, that's very much a place where you have to like kind of fake it till you make it. Like do whatever you can to just get out because no one's coming to get you.
And so wait, how do you get out? Do you just
You have to
graduate?
graduate the program. You have to graduate the program,
Is it
or
18 months?
mine was third. I was there for third. So I turned 18 there. I went there when I was 17. And in Utah, if you turn 18 at one of these schools, you have to sign your rights away to the school saying that you won't leave. Like you can turn 18 and you can leave, but they'll be like, you're going to be homeless. Your family's not going to come get you. And they encourage your family not to talk to you. Um, or you can sign your rights away at 18, which is what I did because they convinced me that if I didn't do that, no one like I would be homeless. So I signed my rights away saying that I will stay until I graduate the program. So I was there for until I graduated.
So you're going to school, right?
So I mean, yeah, they have a school, but it's very it's it's such a joke. They rip out chapters of a book and you have to read the chapter and then take a test at the end. And if you don't get at least an 80% or above, you have to keep taking the test. So that's how they boast that they get these good grades at this school because you can't get, you have to keep taking the test until you pass it. So,
What are the rooms like?
so I was living, the place I went to was an abandoned church. It used to be a church that got converted
Like
over
a
to,
tabernacle?
yeah, like some kind, like if you look at the building, it's really
Wait, can you
haunting.
tell? You don't have to tell the name of the place on here if you don't want
Uh-huh.
to, but can
Well,
we look it up?
yeah. I mean, I mean, it's still open. If you
Wait,
go to if you read their Yelp reviews, they're not really that great. But if look up Google images
let
of it,
him know if you want that name edited out.
you might want to. So the room situation, you're in a room with like 16 girls, like they're all bunk beds. So it's like, it's sectioned off and there's four
This
bunk.
is crazy. This is my brain is so broken. I'm assuming they're all hot with attitudes.
Yeah, probably. Most of us at least. So yeah, it was a co-ed school, but they kept us separate as
You
much
never
as,
hung out with the boys.
um, whenever we did, things would go wrong,
Yeah.
so we would, they would kind of hold it over our head if we were allowed to do co-ed activities, which, we weren't really allowed or encouraged.
Was there any counselors who got it who were like, hey, come on, was there anyone? Was there any like? Because here's how this would work for me: is I'd get there and I'd struggle and then I'd lie.
Hmm.
I'd lie the entire 12 months. I'm not a big rule breaker, but I'm also someone who doesn't believe rules apply to them.
I have a hard time with rules.
I have a
So
really hard time.
with authority.
I like when you yeah, the dumbest things, and especially if it's authority I don't believe.
Right.
If I don't believe in your authority, if you're a PA and you come back and you tell me, "Hey, why don't you hold tight? We're gonna come back for you in 25 minutes." I go, "I think I'm gonna walk around."
Right. Yeah.
I'm difficult in that sense,
Yeah. There wasn't the mentors, I think they were just doing their job and what they,
and they believed in what they were doing.
yeah, for sure. Um, but I think, you know, I, Yeah, I think it was I had gotten to a point so my first 4 months I was there, I cried myself to sleep every
Every night,
night.
every night.
Every night. I just I had a hard time accepting, like, my new reality, because
Oh,
it's very jarring. You know, you're around a lot of girls who had gone through some people who had gone through some unspeakable traumas and things
yeah,
that kids should never go through, and in turn, they ended up getting involved in really bad things, and, so it it got to a point where I was like, "Okay, I just have to do whatever I have to do to get out of here, because otherwise I'm never gonna get out of here, it seems." Um, and there's the whole culture of, like, if you get to a certain point in your program, like, you're narking on other kids will make you look better, because it's like you're always trying to appear like you're better.
yeah.
So, it was a weird place, and that's something that I would like to
Oh my
turn
God.
into some
I'm
kind of thing.
fucking fascinated.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated. And by the way, if you're not working on that this evening,
I am
you're
working
doing
on it.
yourself a
I
disservice.
am. I am.
So wait,
So
how did you get out?
I worked the program. I graduated. Like, you have to graduate the school part, so you have to finish all of the schooling, and then you have to finish the program. Um, so you have to get to a level 4. So when you go there, you're level 1, or you start like 1 minus 1, 1 plus, 2 minus 2, 2 plus. So you have to work through the program till you get to a 4. And again, like, they evaluate you every 2 weeks, and oftentimes you can move down in your program, you can stay stagnant in your program, or you move up. So it could take, you could be a 4 and still have to be there for another 2 years because you haven't graduated the school part or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, I graduated the program. I graduated school, and I ended up applying for college, and I got into colleges. So it was
But
my time.
do you have any fond memories?
I do have fond memories of, since it was in Utah, we got to when we did get to go outside. We did a lot of nature things in nature, hiking,
Utah's gorgeous.
whitewater rafting, like, so that was, you know, but again, you had to earn all of that, and that was something that I guess would be the fondest of my time, is being outside.
Did you hook up with anyone while you were there?
I kissed someone. I kissed a boy. It was towards the end of my program, and if anyone would have found out, I would have gotten in so much trouble.
Really?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh my God. And
Mhm.
so what I'm dying to see how much this costs.
It's so expensive.
Who told your parents about it?
I don't know if they found it on the internet or if they were referred over, and I remember the headmaster, I mean, he drove a nice car. But then I'm like, that is not the food that they served us. I remember one time they served something that they called steak, and it was not steak. It, it was gray meat. It was so awful. Go to their go to the Yelp reviews.
It's called tuition, Halston. It's not called cost. Yeah.
It's expensive, I bet.
So this is the Yelp reviews.
Oh no, no, you have to go to the Yelp. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If you go down, there should be like a bunch of 1-star reviews.
We keep going.
For yeah, that one's a fake one, and the one at the top.
Yeah, okay. If you don't want to take responsibility for your terrible parent, this is a great place to send your child. They focus on therapy will eventually help your child understand that your parenting was the issue, not them.
Oh yeah. They place you in a white empty hole in the wall. So that's called ISU.
What? They
It's an
put you in a
you they will isolate you. They'll, like, kids will freak out cuz they will have violent kids.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's a real thing.
bring you in here for that time, okay? All right, thank you. All right, enjoy your weekend and just be close by at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, right? All right, thank you. All right, you too. Thank you.
What's your signature scent? Take this quiz to find out. What do you cheers with? How do you want to smell? How much exfoliation do you like? What's your happy place? Your
Chava? I don't know anything about this shit. How do you want me to say it?
Death to all Jews.
Well, that.
I'm just kidding because this is like the Jewish musical. So.
Yeah, but well, I don't fucking listen. We're not a monolith, Dan. Why is nobody talking?
I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
I've never done Fiddler, but I have.
Chava. Okay, so Tevye.
Tevye.
Why does Tevye disown Chava? Chava for Dan and Fiddler on the Roof. Is it A, she marries outside the Jewish faith? Is it B, she betrays him to the Russians? C, she becomes pregnant out of wedlock? Or D, she dishonors the Sabbath? There it is. Fiddler on the Roof.
Dang.
Teva disowns Chava. Wow, what did she do? Chava? Okay. All right. Thank you.
How many more questions are there?
There's a lot more.
Oh, no.
7 more. 7 more.
Okay. I might have to take the L on this one, I'm going to guess.
Okay.
I'm going to guess either A or C, I think.
Okay, we have it narrowed down. She marries outside the Jewish faith or becomes pregnant out of wedlock. A or C?
I think A.
A. Okay. Final answer. A?
Yeah.
You sure?
No. But
you can still switch answers. I'll give you one opportunity.
I'm going to hit it with A.
Okay, A final answer. She marries outside the Jewish faith. That is correct.
Yo! It was a lucky guess.
Back on the board, another point, 7-2. What an exciting afternoon, folks. Olivia is back, and she is full of knowledge. Olivia, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty lucky.
You've got $125 on the board.
I'm feeling rich.
175.
Minus 2.
Oh, we subtract.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's all on the line. It's all on the line here today.
Oh, that does make it spicier.
I'm feeling nervous, and I'm feeling rich. So.
Well, you better not fuck this up, because you can lose it all still.
All right. I won't.
You still have one lifeline.
So if she goes into the negatives, does she have to pay you?
I'm gonna deduct it from your paycheck.
For sure. Tell her.
All right, moving on to the next question, please. I-
It's up.
Okay, this is interesting. Keemstar is being sued for defamation after spreading unsubstantiated information on creators for years. Who is suing him? Is it A, Def Noodles, B, Glory and Gold, C, Deji, final answer?
Final.
And of course, you are right.
Woo!
Friend of the show, Def Noodles, is suing Keemstar for defamation.
So frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, well, at least you can't say it's not the consequence of your own actions there, Keemstar.
Sounds like he's got a good case. Based
Yeah,
on what,
I mean, we'll
what I
see.
heard.
I'm really curious what Keemstar's team responds with, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. This next one's certainly in your tool house.
Okay.
Which of the following person has Pete Davidson not dated?
Mm-hmm.
A, Kaya Gerber.
Yes.
B, Barbara Palvin.
Mm-hmm.
C, Kazi David.
Mm-hmm.
Or D, Margaret Qualley. Qualley.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Pete
So-
Davidson obviously gets around. Some would call him a clout fucker.
Mm-hmm. I would call him cute.
You wouldn't use that description, I know. Yeah.
So I do know that he has dated Kaya Gerber.
Alrighty.
I do know that he has dated Cassie David. She wrote about him in her book.
Okay.
And I do know that he has dated Margaret Qualley.
Interesting.
So I'm going to say B, Barbara.
Olivia has deduced, based on her expertise of Pete Davidson, the final answer is B, Barbara Palvin. And that is, of course, the correct answer.
Wow. She can't be stopped. She can't.
You are the foremost authority on where Pete
Hey.
Davidson's penis has been, and we're all very proud of you.
And not
Thank
been.
you. And not been.
Oh
I'm the
my
expert
God.
on both.
You know what? Where has what do you think about him dating Kim Kardashian? Because you've been gone.
Oh,
a
you
while.
haven't
Right.
been
I
here.
forgot to ask you about that.
Right.
Oh, thank
At
you, Lena.
first, I
That's perfect.
definitely was like, okay, this is so weird.
Thank you so much.
And I think that, like, they suck in their own ways,
Uh-huh.
like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point in my life, sitting back, I think that Kim is funny. And I think he's kind of funny.
You think it
And
works
whatever.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Love is
Get your
love
fucking
for
ass up
Pete
and
and
work.
Kay. I'm just going to let it happen, you know?
Well, they've
Right.
stayed together now. They've been together for a minute, so.
I
Mhm.
said from the minute they were on SNL together when they did the Jasmine Aladdin sketch, I was like, that scene did not call for a kiss even a
Interesting.
little bit.
Oh, was there
One
a
of them
kiss?
yeah, there was a little kiss that we didn't need even
Ah.
at all.
That's when it all started, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Magic.
I said one of them wanted that.
Magic
Ah.
carpet ride.
They both wanted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took her on a magic carpet ride.
And now I heard that he's done with the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he big timed SNL.
He did.
Now I hate to say this, some people might think this vulgar. There's been rumors that Pete Davidson has a giant penis.
You're right.
And I think the fact that he's sleeping with her must be because I've said her ass is so big you need at
Oh,
least 10
stop
inches
it.
to penetrate her.
Yes.
I
Cut
mean,
the show.
I'm just being real.
Technical
I mean, her
difficulties.
ass is like 6 inches high, just
She
coming
was
out.
stroking herself absent-mindedly.
Jordan Peterson, do you agree with my assessment?
Yes.
He's thought about this
Yes.
and much more.
A DILF?
He thinks he has a chance with. He must be and well endowed as well.
Yes.
I agree with you. By the way, I watched the part of Leftovers where you were watching that, and you were like, "How crazy is it that he posted it?" And
oh,
I
I
was
know. I thought
thinking
you were
the
talking about
same
Pete Davidson's
thing.
Penis, though.
No, I don't agree with
Okay,
you on
you're
that one.
skipping that. No, but yeah, Jordan Peterson. I didn't realize until then that he posted. that. I was
posted
like,
it.
whoa, he really does want to fuck her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, back to the other thing. I do not agree with you.
All right. Well, We have different opinions on that.
I think I can guess.
I have an educated guess as well. But okay, let's move on to the next question. Olivia's, of course, crushing it.
Thank you.
9-2, doing very, very well there. $175 on the board, plus 100 from a gracious donor.
Oh yeah.
You are cleaning up today, Olivia. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on. Which theater in London was built in 1599 and mostly associated with William Shakespeare?
Hmm.
Is it A, the Globe Theater, C, the Royal Vic, or I mean B, C, that was B, C, Her Majesty's Theater, or D, the Rose Theater?
Oh, interesting.
My answer is A, the Globe.
Well, Olivia's coming in confidently with a answer. That is, of course, your final answer. And Olivia, coming back from school, she is correct with all her knowledge and experience. Wow.
Now, how many people know this one? Because I have
Oh,
no idea.
I did know that one.
I know that one. There was a little bit of a trip up there though, because isn't he
burnt-
associated with the Rose as well?
That I'm
I
not
think
sure.
the Globe Theaters was
The
his
Globe is
thing.
the Shakespeare Theater for sure. Like I knew that was the right answer, but there was definitely a little. Wait a minute.
Well, she got it right.
I thought it was going to
Market.
be a trick because the original, I'm pretty sure, burnt down.
Shakespeare Rose Theater. Let's see.
Yeah, I
we'll
just pulled up
check.
the Wikipedia article. It is an Elizabethan theater, and yeah, I think he did do some plays there.
Dan is calling into the validity of the question. Who wrote this? Dan is calling you out right now. Who's
No. Let me be clear. The Globe is the Shakespeare Theater. That.
Who wrote this?
Ian.
Ian, you're being called out by Dan.
I'm not calling you out, Ian. You did a good
You
job.
have
You did a great job.
conflicting answers here.
Dan, what the fuck?
Salut, Ian.
The Rose was a rival theater. I'm seeing.
Fuck the Rose.
Yeah, I knew the Rose had some association with the.
I'm about to go
Shakespeare.
outside the Rose with some blinks.
Globe gang.
Okay.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, you're back. You're 10-2. Very good, very good, very good. On to the next question, please. Wow. Quote, I am in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out. And my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips, and I get a double kill bot lane. So how is your day going?
Right.
End quote. Who said this? A, Keemstar. B, Steph Curry.
So C or D?
C or D, Boogie or Ninja? A braless wife brought me a sandwich not asked for.
I'm trying to, I feel like if it were Ninja, it'd be a little bit surprising. Was it a bit surprising?
Surprising and
We're not
In,
answering
wow.
questions. We're not doing that.
True, we're not allowed to talk about
No.
it.
Nope.
Okay.
Not asked for. How is
Um,
your day going?
I'm going to say C.
Alrighty. Final
Am I
answer?
wrong? No.
All right.
Um,
Lock it in. You do have one 50-50 lifeline left.
I'm going to say D. I lied. I'm going to say D.
Okay, you did a quick 180.
I did.
This is your, are you locking that in?
I'm going to step away.
Oh, you want to end the game?
No, from this question.
it's too stressful. Just
Yeah.
living.
Well, that's what you say in Millionaire when you
Oh, I
end the
step
game.
away? No.
Oh, true. Right.
I was like, okay.
Just
Nah.
locking it in.
I'm
You're
locking
locking
in
it
D.
in? All right, so final answer D. Braless wife of course, is ninja. You almost
I almost
went boogie, huh?
Yeah,
What made you switch your mind at the last minute?
because Ela looked at me.
Oh my God.
Ela.
I
Ela
cannot.
gave me a look like
I know,
What
and
look
I
did
was
she
like,
give you?
whoop.
she was like.
What'd she do?
It was just a smile.
oh, you
The
could
eyes got
tell?
a tiny bit bigger, and I was like, okay.
Ela,
probably
you just cost me $25, man.
How will you recover?
I don't know. But thank you, Ela.
All right. Ela
We're
might need
almost
to
at
be
the end.
escorted out of the studio. But there you go.
I won't. I
But there
won't
you
make
go.
eye contact.
11 to 2.
You have to.
Close your eyes, Ela. All right, number 14. Next question, please. Who did Oliver Tree, enemy of the show, lose a Kids' Choice Award to in the category of favorite social media star? Did he lose to A, Dixie D'Amelio, B, JoJo Siwa, C, Addison Rae, or D, Bella Porch? Who defeated Oliver Tree?
Whoa, Nelly!
Of course, if the question was, did he win,
The answer is no.
is clearly would be no. Or who won, that would clearly not be him. Who defeated Oliver Tree? Social media star.
Do I have a 50-50 left?
You sure do.
So I'm deciding right now between JoJo and.
Oh, you shouldn't say which ones you're deciding between.
Oh, right.
I'm going to
Give you the
delete two.
50-50.
I'm going to delete two.
So
If you could just
I'm gonna take that back.
give you those same two.
What did you say you were thinking of?
Don't say.
I said.
No.
I said choice F is what I was deciding.
Choice
F
F?
and choice G.
So are you using the
Yeah.
50? Okay. We're going to tell the computer to go ahead and erase two options. And
There we go.
okay, there are two options left. It's Dixie D'Amelio and Bella Porch.
Oh.
So
All right.
there you have it.
I'm gonna say A.
You doubt Bella Porch?
Well, I don't doubt Bella Porch, but I feel like
She's had a huge year this year.
I know. I feel like there would have been
Dixie
talk.
Stars Falling.
Right.
But of course, the choice is yours. You said A. Are you locking it in?
I'm gonna say A.
A. Who defeated Oliver Tree? The answer is Dixie D'Amelio.
Wow, you're really trying to undermine her there.
Yeah, I know. Because sometimes Regis does that, you know.
No,
Yeah,
that's
they
true.
do.
So I'm just trying to be like Regis, but
Did
maybe
Regis
Rip to the goat.
Yeah,
I would have
did
felt
die.
Regis
I would
did die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I would have felt
Meredith
bad
is
if
with us.
I talked you out of that.
Yeah.
I wept when he died.
You wept.
Regis.
Who died?
Regis.
Regis.
Oh,
Regis
man.
Philvin.
I love Regis. Such a weird guy, but in the best way. Baby, what's going on? Baby, Billy Ripper. All right, you are cleaning it up. Only two wrong, Olivia. Only two wrong.
How many left?
Just two more, I believe.
Oh, incredible.
Almost there.
So I haven't embarrassed myself.
Nope.
Not
And
yet.
no lifelines, but well used. Okay, next question. Here we go. Where does Sally Bowles perform in the musical Cabaret? A. Euro Foul House. Europa House. Europa House. B. Moulin Rouge. C. The Kit Kat Club. KKK is a little suspect on the acronym there. Or D. Crazy Horse.
Wow.
Sally Bowles.
Our dressing
Sally
room.
smoking the bowls.
True.
Oh, got her.
Meeting Sally later to smoke the bowl. Our dressing room at school has a sign on it that says the Kit Kat Club. So C is my final answer.
Sally Bowles is a member of the Klan, is what you're saying. Final answer.
Final
KKK.
answer.
And of course, you're right. It is the Kit Kat
Hey.
Club.
Ironically, the Holocaust is a through line in Cabaret.
was
I'll be
thinking
honest.
symbolic.
I didn't of this whole question. The question, I literally had no idea
I had
what
no
any
idea.
of this is.
Okay. It's
But you
a
got it
great
right.
Musical. Hmm.
All right.
Last question.
Mm.
It all rides on this.
This is a big one.
Okay.
Oh, that is a big one.
Now, Olivia, let me remind you, you have 11 points currently if you deduct the 2.